Moment, it's time to shift our focus to our other big story, drought and desperation increasing now. It's over to my colleague Tejas for more.
Thank you so much, Ankita. Yes, we are bringing you this special campaign of NDTV, Save Water, Save Lives. And our focus, our campaign is on the drought-hit regions of India. Not just drought-hit, but everywhere where there is an intense water scarcity. Be it Maharashtra, where I am, or my colleague is Uma Sudhir in Telangana, or my colleague Maya Sharma is in Karnataka, and of course Andhra Pradesh, or Bundelkhand in Madhya Pradesh and UP, where every farmers, be it villagers, be it even cities, they are facing an intense crisis. I am just now in Tadola, which is a village here in Osmanabad, very close to Latur. This entire belt of Marathwada has been badly affected. Let's talk to a few people here. मला सांग, इकडे पाणीचा तुमचा किती त्रास आहे?
लय त्रास आहे पाण्याचा. मला त्रास दुनियाचा आहे पाण्याचा. पाणी नाही, काय नाही, काम नाही, धंदा नाही. 10 माणसात 5 घागरी पाणी भेटल्यावर 4-5 दिवस कसं वागायचं, कसं प्यायचं, कसं खायचं, कसं राहायचं? नेमते लेकरं आहे ते, हे आहे ते, तर कसं नाही. 4-8 दिवसात 5 घागरी पाणी भेटायचं.
What she's basically saying is that they get water, but for 10 people they need to share that water. It's very limited, just 5 vessels of water, and impossible to survive. But आपको हर रोज क्या टैंकर आता है?
आता है, पण 5-5 घागरी मिळतात. रात्रभर त्याला घालवावं लागतंय.
झगड़ा वगड़ा होता है?
झगड़ा 5 घागरी झगड़े के बाद मिलता है 5 घागरी.
सरकार से आपको क्या कहना है?
क्या कहना नहीं, क्या है, थोड़ा सोई करने का पानी की.
अच्छा, आप बताइए सर चाचा कि आप सरकार से क्या इस वक्त कहना चाहेंगे? हालात काफी खराब है मराठवाड़ा में, उस्मानाबाद. आप क्या कहना चाहेंगे सरकार को? पानी के बारे में क्या कहना चाहेंगे?
पानी इधर 8 दिन को हमने 5 घड़े पानी मिलता है. पानी को बहुत तकलीफ है. हाँ,
पशु के लिए, जंतु के लिए, जानवर के लिए,
जानवर के चारा नहीं, पानी नहीं, कुछ नहीं.
But that is basically the situation here in Osmanabad, which is also one of the worst hit districts of Marathwada. In fact, right adjacent is Latur district, and the city of Latur does not have water at all. And that's the reason why the Maharashtra government had asked the Indian Railways to send a water train from Miraj. It did leave this morning from Miraj. 10 bogies left, special wagons, and they were filled with water, and they left for Latur. It was supposed to reach by this evening, but it has still not reached because of some technical issues. They need some permissions. It still just reached the temple town of Pandharpur. When that will reach, of course, is not known, but the city of Latur has got absolutely no water. Today I was also in Beed district in Asola village. A terrible situation there, where people, women and children especially, are risking their lives just for one vessel of water. In 21st century India, human dignity and lives reduced to this. The mad scramble for water in drought-hit Marathwada at Asola village in Beed district. Men, women precariously leaning over a well 30 feet deep. A well long dry and just filled with tanker water. पानी के लिए हम कुछ भी कर सकते हैं. Villagers here say we can do anything to get some water, and that's the alarming reality here. Children, women, senior citizens, all of them risk their lives by going up and down this absolutely dangerous ledge of rocks, which are, many of them are loose. They could fall, they could injure themselves, but they're risking their lives only to get some water which is not even clean. आपको डर लगता नहीं है नीचे उतरने में? क्या
लगता है सर, पर पानी के लिए ऐसा करना पड़ता है.
For their quick and nimble feet, children push to rush in first, climb down the treacherous well and fill water. 12-year-old Gitanjali even dropping her classes midway.
मी शाळेत शिकते. मी आता सध्या आमचा वर्ग चालू होता. आई आली आणि म्हणली विहिरीत पाणी सुटले, आपल्याला पाणी आणायचे. मग नंतर मी टीचरला विचारलं, जाऊ का? मॅडम म्हणल्या हो जा, इथं ह्या गावाला पाण्याची खूप टंचाई आहे.
Villagers claim for years the situation hasn't changed. A water pipeline was laid in the year 2000, but it's still not operational.
एक घड़ा पानी के लिए नीचे उतरना पड़ता है। स्कूल के बच्चे यहाँ नीचे उतरते हैं, बूढ़े औरता सब सीनियर लोग यहाँ पे नीचे उतरते हैं। इसके पहले यहाँ पे 2 लोगों की जान जा चुकी है। एक घड़े के लिए यहाँ पे अपनी जान हथेली पे रख कर ये लोग पानी भर रहे हैं।
The desperation, the scorching summer and a drought that threatens to push people over the edge. With camera person Sanjay Mandal in Beat District, Tejas Mehta for NDTV. As we said, we are reporting from across the country. My colleague Uma Sudhir is in Telangana. It's over to Uma.
Yes, Tejas, we have been traveling across Telangana, whether it's Nalgonda, Karimnagar, Adilabad. We will also be traveling to North Karnataka. Right now, I'm in fact in Rangareddy district, which is in fact just the outskirts of Hyderabad. And this is a typical case of an urban center which is developing very fast. A lot of construction happening. People here have gathered in large numbers because they are angry about no waters at all. And आपके पानी कितने दिन में आ रहा है आप कह रहे थे?
25 दिन को एक बार पानी आ रहा, पानी नहीं आ रहा जी टाइम को। और पानी के लिए बहुत तड़प रहे। वो नल भी छोटा आ रहा, वो भी बहुत। बोर को पानी रहे तो कुछ भी नहीं, वो बोर को भी नहीं आ रहा पानी।
For 25 days में एक बार ही आपको आता है पानी। आप टैंकर भी खरीदना चाहे तो बहुत मुश्किल है।
बहुत मुश्किल है, गंदा पानी लेके आता वो लोग। पैसा ज्यादा लेते हैं, अच्छा पानी नहीं लेके आता। बहुत मुश्किल है इधर से।
In fact, borewells here are not getting water even up to 1,000 feet. Tankers are not coming in. Tankers are not bringing in safe water. मेरू आप ये जो पॉट्स लेके आए गुस्सा जताने के लिए, आपके यहाँ से दीक्षा पे भी बैठे थे आप लोग। 25 दिन के लिए एक हंगर स्ट्राइक किया था, लेकिन फिर भी कुछ नहीं हुआ।
कुछ नहीं हुआ। कोई एमएलए नहीं आए, हमारे ग्राम पंचायत से एक जेडपीटीसी भी नहीं आके हमको पूछा भी नहीं है क्या हो रहा क्या है। कि एक आदमी भी मर गया यार पानी के लिए, आत्महत्या कर लिया उन्होंने। पर कोई भी नहीं आया उधर, ना के पास नहीं ग्राम पंचायत में। फिर हम सब लोग भी गए, जाने के लिए गए थे, वो नहीं आने दिया। यहाँ पूरा बैरिकेड्स लगाया, हमारा गांव के पुलिस बैरिकेड्स लगा के हम सब लोग को पुलिस स्टेशन लेके गए थे। 200 ऐसा आदमी थे सब लोग हम।
बहुत सारे। In fact, people here, she is explaining, had sat on a dharna for 25 days. There was a relay hunger strike. There was also a man who in fact immolated himself allegedly because of the water crisis, and yet nothing happened. No politician has reacted.
नो मैडम, वो हमारा 1-1.5 साल से बहुत प्रॉब्लम है पानी के लिए। पानी 25 दिन को एक बार आता है, एक भी आधा घंटे के लिए आता है। वो बोरवेल तो पूरा ड्राई हो चुका है, पानी नहीं है। वो पीने के लिए डब्बा खरीद रहे, फिल्टर डब्बा खरीद रहे, और एक वो यूज करने के लिए टैंकर से ले रहे, वो भी गंदा पानी लेके आता है। वो पानी से स्किन डिसीजेस, वो हेयर फॉलिंग ऐसा हो रहा है। ये प्रॉब्लम पूछने के लिए।
और इस एरिया को समझा जाता है पोचारम, जहाँ पे आईटी भी आने वाला है। बड़े बड़े कंपनीज आए हुए हैं
इधर का।
हाँ, बड़े बड़े आईटी कंपनीज है,
बहुत बड़ा बड़े आईटी कंपनी, लेकिन पानी नहीं है मैडम। इधर पानी नहीं है, पीने का बहुत तड़प रहा है लोग। 25 दिन के एक बार आए तो कैसे जिएंगे? मिडिल क्लास और लोअर क्लास पीपल ने पैसे पूरा महीने का तनख्वाह पानी को लगाना पड़ रहे हैं।
This is actually the kind of crisis that we are seeing across Telangana, and this is perhaps one of the worst hit, where drinking water is not coming for 25 days at a stretch. Only once in 25 days we get that drinking water. In fact, the Supreme Court had wrapped the center, saying that you must provide drinking water immediately, told the states as well. And on the issue of Manrega, in fact, the Supreme Court had said that there must be no delay in payments. In a drought year, ironically, the central government is in fact cut the labor budget by 10%, which means 220 million person days will be less in this particular drought year, when the demand for work is going to be the maximum. We bring you this ground report from Nalgonda district. Tempers are running high in Pallepahad village of Turkapalli. The village well dried up a long time ago. There is no water supply in tanker or pipe. Standing crop has dried up. 3 borewells dug the last week yielded no water. There is nothing to sustain man or animal. Hello. Bala Narsimlu points out that payment for Manrega works has not happened for nearly 4 months.
వారానికి ఒకసారి వచ్చినా బాగుపడతాం. ఇప్పుడు 4 నెలల నుంచి డబ్బులు రాకపోతే మేము ఏం చేయాలి? దాని గురించి బాధపడుతున్నాం మేము.
కరువు పనులు ఇంకా కావాలనుకుంటున్నారు కానీ డబ్బులు
అనుకుంటున్నాము. భూములు లేవని చేపిస్తలేదు, చేసిన డబ్బులు వచ్చినాక చేయాలని మేము పదలం అనుకుంటున్నాం. మాకు ఉప్పు లేక నీళ్ళు లేక బతుకుతున్నాం. మరి ఏంది మేము ఆ కష్టం చేయాలి?
Despite the delays, there is huge demand for work under Manrega, as it is the third successive year of drought in these regions. But ironically, the central government has reduced the percentage of work available by nearly 10% in 2016-17 compared to the previous year. Villagers here in Rajapeta, in fact, complaining that they are not getting money. They are getting hardly 50 rupees to 60 rupees. కరువు పనులు దొరుకుతున్నాయా మీకు లేకపోతే వ్యవసాయ పనులు ఉన్నాయి ఇక్కడ?
వ్యవసాయం పనులు లేవు మేడం.
కరువు పనులు ఎట్లా ఉన్నాయి?
ఎట్లా ఉన్నాయి? ఆమె ఇష్టం ఉన్నట్టు పెడుతుంది, ఆమె ఇష్టం ఉన్నట్టు చేయాలి.
డబ్బులు ఎంత వస్తున్నాయి?
వారానికి 300. వారానికి 300 పడుతున్నాయి.
ఈ కరువులో అసలు ఏ పని కూడా మాకు లేదు. పోయి అడిగినా కూడా మాకు రావట్లేదు.
In Nalgonda, with camera person Nagraju, Uma Sudhir, NDTV. Everyone loves a good drought is the title of a popular book on drought. But perhaps not those who love the IPL. At a time when a debate is in fact happening whether water should be supplied to cricket stadiums at a time of drought, Chinnasemi Stadium in Bangalore is talking about using a sewage treatment plant in order to recycle sewage water and use it on the cricket pitches.
Precious water. An estimated 15 to 20,000 litres of water are needed on a match day at Bengaluru's Chinnaswamy Cricket Stadium. And with the IPL on, many people question this way of using water at a time of drought.
Somebody has to build the cat, And when Bengaluru is facing a water problem, there should be some water audit. How much water we are using for the commercial ventures? Is it necessary or unnecessary? And how much is available for our general public? It is not my prayer to shift the match also. Is water, the water using for the matches like this is necessary or unnecessary has to be articulated by the court.
But the stadium authorities have an answer: the water from the city's sewers.
During IPL, the usage is roughly about 15 to 17,000 litres per day. But we have put in a treatment plant. Sewage line runs right across the stadium. So we bring in the sewage, treat the water, and use the water for the better purposes.
This is untreated, road-treated sewage, which we are treating through most advanced biological treatment system.
And there is a defence of the cricket festival. The revenue it earns could be put to good use.
Probably the Latur drought situation can be sorted out with the money they generate, or probably have a cess for probably the IPL, like a Swachh Bharat cess of 0.01%, something like that, similar thing. There can be better ways.
Cricket certainly uses a lot of water, and this has given rise to criticism, especially at a time of drought. The answer here at Chinnaswamy Stadium: that sewage treatment plant. Raw sewage being converted into water that's fit for drinking, and that is the only water that will be used on match days to water the field. With Alphonse Raj, Maya Sharma in Bengaluru for NDTV.
From the rural areas to the urban, it's a continuum of water crisis. Back to you, Tejas, for what school kids in Mumbai seem to be doing for the drought situation in the country.
Absolutely, Uma, and it's inspirational for everybody, because the plight of all these children here in Marathwada who are struggling to get even a glass of clean water has really moved students back in Mumbai, and they have been working on how to collect money. They have been doing whatever they can, and in the past 6 months they have collected a whopping 20 lakh rupees. Ketki Angre reports.
Well, many might think, what can children do? How can children help out when there's a drought in large parts of Maharashtra? But children here have shown that they can do, and not just in a small way, but in a big way. Children here at this school have raised over 20 lakh rupees over the last 6 months. You've actually made this like a mission. What are the different avenues through which you've raised money?
So, 3 boys, Kabir, Saz and Behram, they sold t-shirts, and in a span of 4 days, they collected around 38,000 rupees, which they donated to the Nana Patekar Foundation. Every year, we have a social in the beginning of the year and at the end of the year. So, the last year's prefect body decided to donate 50,000 rupees to the Marathwada cause.
A lot of the difference seems to have been made by a presentation that was conducted here in school.
When we saw that presentation, the whole idea of reality hitting us, of us realizing how big certain people's problems are compared to ours. The biggest problem we have is turning in assignments or giving 2 tests the next day. But here there are kids of our age fighting to just survive, fighting to get a glass of water. And that's what actually moved us to do something about this. We took the problem as something that was our problem as well. And when something becomes your problem, you want to deal with it no matter what happens in any way you possibly can.
So they showed a small clip of this girl in a village where farmer suicide was rampant, and she had a tire and she had a rope at home, and she'd watch that every day when she saw her dad leave for work, and she'd keep an eye on it to make sure that her father wouldn't attempt suicide as well. And one day, after about 2-3 days, she noticed that the rope and the tire were missing. So she flew into a panic because she obviously assumed the worst. And she ran to the field, and then she saw that her dad had actually made a swing out of that for her. I felt like if it was my father, how would have I felt? You know, there's so many kids who lose their parents. It's not only the parents who are so affected by the drought, it's also the entire family. And it's a loss for everybody. It's not only one person that dies, it's many that die with them.
And you know, there is this general impression that urban children are disjointed from the reality of rural India, particularly in the case of, say, the drought.
This misconception that children today don't know or don't care enough about what's happening just a couple kilometers away from them, I don't agree with, is simply because, like he said, the enthusiasm with which we take causes like this and the way we treat them, like simple things like playing No Water Holy. So things like that, not just in the education system, but also in the person that you are, when that becomes like a part of you, it really shows that city children, despite the fact that they aren't exposed to the same harsh conditions, they're still aware of what's happening.
And each of their contributions is certainly putting in that extra drop in the ocean that, you know, everyone is trying to fill, particularly with the problem of Marathwada. Children who've had to leave school, drop out of school, help their families, help their parents, only because they do not have enough water to even drink. Back to you.
The efforts, they're really commendable and inspirational. And Uma, in a sense, you know, everybody, all of us, even if you're living in Mumbai, Hyderabad, wherever you are, we can all do something to at least save water.
Certainly, Tejas, what can you do to save water? That's something that we'd also like our viewers to write in and tell us. You can use a broom, not a hose pipe, to clean your house. Use water from rinsing vegetables for watering your plants. You can fix a dripping tap. In fact, that can save up to 15 liters of water in a day. Turn off taps while brushing. That can actually save up to 6 liters per minute. You can use mist pumps, sprinklers rather than hose pipes. And also, very importantly, what can government do? Of course, they need to reach out to the people with the drinking water facilities. They can also provide incentives for using water-saving devices. They can also make rainwater harvesting mandatory in all the states and all the cities, encourage big industries to recycle the sewage water, allocate budget for water recycling plants, and most important perhaps, provide substitutes for the water-intensive crops like sugarcane, rice, maize, and encourage the more healthy crops which are considered as the dryland crops. Time now for a short break on this very special program, Save Water, Save Lives. And we will continue to bring you ground reports from across the country. There will be Tejas Mehta and Ketki Angre in Maharashtra. There will be Maya Sharma in Karnataka, Siddharth Ranjan Das in Madhya Pradesh. Across the country, Telangana and Andhra Pradesh, we will continue to bring you ground reports. Time now for a short break. We'll be back with much more.